My name is Dr. Von Crazy, and welcome back to more Torna, the Golden Country. Last time, we explored the area of Rackham Moor, and we got a request to fend off some Gogles that are threatening the repair of a bridge to the rest of Torna. And since our next objective is in the capital, we've got to get through that bridge to get there. So that's what we'll be doing today.
Excellent.
Anyway, with that out of the way, I'm on the wrong arc thing. We want to head over here past these Gogles, and oh no, these are the Gogles we want. Look, there's a bridge. I guess that's Lett Bridge. It'd certainly beset by monsters. And they look rather tough to boot. You think? They don't look like much to me. Well, our analysis doesn't change the facts. The bridge is blocked. We've got to clear it. Don't let your guard down, everyone.
Damn it.
Indeed, let's not do that. We've got some preoccupied Gogles to deal with. I'm gonna be using Adam's switch art to topple these, his launch art to launch them, and then Hayes can smash them. Already got a smash.
My turn.
Now I just go back to Mithra, keep doing things. Let's hit him with Photon 3. Topple it. Get another launch. Maybe even another smash? Nah. Alright. Fine by me. Sure, use Haze. Heat.
It's my turn. Wait for your go-ahead. Star Slap. Leave no
Ooh, Ice Revolution, nice. I do need to use Ice Revolution for Jim's Affinity Chart, so that's nice to have. And that's all for preoccupied Gogles. Whew, we managed it just about. Alright, they were a little tougher than I expected. I did think that you were underestimating them. They weren't all that tough. I don't think they even got anyone below half health. At any rate, the restoration of the bridge can begin now. That's right. Thank you for your hard work, everyone. Laura, when we get back to camp, what would you say to a little more training? Sure, but we only just finished fighting. That's exactly why I asked. If we don't temper Mithra's skills a tad, I'm somewhat apprehensive of the battles to come. Hey, wait a second, just what is that supposed to mean? I've noticed you getting a little, well, careless to be frank. You need to be more mindful or we'll never beat Malos. Careless? Mindful? Gee, thanks for the personal attack. Slow down there, what's gotten into you? Nothing's gotten into me. Doesn't matter how much we train, I'm not magically going to become more mindful. The end, let's go home. Why is she so angry? Mithra's just like that.
I'm just happy we made someone happy.
Well, I'll meet you back at the Aletta camp. But before we go to the Aletta camp, I think I should check some affinity charts. I unlocked a few things.
I need to learn more.
I'll have to show this off for Lady Laura.
Amazing, Laura. Even when I foresee your movements, you counter me instantly.
I couldn't do it without Hayes' power. What about you? I don't see you using Mithra's hidden ability.
And what if we did?
Well, if you did. I just have to bring out my original blade.
Master Adam. Your evening meal is ready for you.
Oh, is it that time already?
The days are so long at this time of year. I just start losing track.
Oh, finished already? That's a shame. I was hoping to join in.
Join in? By yourself?
His Majesty has many pressing matters to attend to. Besides, I'm used to working alone.
A driver and blade are one in body and soul. That's their very nature. You're not at full strength without him.
It's not so simple as all that. I know I've yet to unlock the depths of your power.
Really? I feel like I've been giving it my all.
But you never stop growing. At any rate, Hayes' ability to restrict other blades is indispensable. It's perfect for training. We're lucky.
When she stops me using my foresight, it's certainly difficult.
Oh, but you honor me too much. I'm just happy to help you both in any way I can.
Next to each other like that, you really do look like twins, you two.
It's rare for the driver's nature to appear so strongly in their blade.
People tell me that from time to time, but is it really true?
Perhaps. But whatever the reason, I am happy if I look even a little like you, my lady.
We're even the same dress size.
Right?
By the way, we want to try taking you on next, Jin.
Well, how about it, Jin?
I'm afraid I don't particularly like fighting.
And to think we're hearing that from the strongest man in Torna.
But perhaps there's truth in those words. After all, he, or rather, they...
My lord, my lady, we've discovered Malos's target. The capital.
What? Are you sure?
Yes, no doubt about it.
Hi.
Malos? And here I thought I had seen the last of you.
Now. I never meant our parting would be forever, you know. I've just been to see the Tornan Titan. I bet it'd be real interesting to see it in its true form.
Where did you learn that?
Learn? Inside my core, I have all the data of all blades and titans.
You have all of it? You think to call yourself the Master Blade?
Sure, why not? Sounds good. So, exciting, right? My partner. I hear you gave her to that Tornan prince.
And if I did, you'd erase me? Just like that?
Not at all. I have a much better idea than that. I've decided my next target is Torna.
Why would you tell me so plainly?
So you know what to look forward to as you watch.
I see. So this comes from the Quester. But he doesn't know what Malos is planning for Torna.
We should probably hurry.
Soon. We'll go once Hugo's back.
And there he is. It's good to see you again, everyone. Hugo, have you finished surveying the battleground? We have, and we came upon something of grave importance. You're looking a bit pale there, Hugo. Are you alright? I'm just a little tired, that's all. I'm not surprised. The Koachian resistance fought so desperately, they really took it out of us. The battleground was a terrible sight to behold. How many more lives must Malos wrest from us? We must do all we can to avenge them. It is truly tragic. We'll put a stop to it. Come on, they repaired Lett Bridge while we were away. I think it's time for us to move on. Move on? Have you discovered where Malos will strike next? Indeed. We had our suspicions, and now they've been confirmed. His target is Torna, the capital no less. Can we trust the veracity of the source? I believe we can. The Praetorian's intelligence is likely to be on the mark. Our information is coming from the Questor, then. In that case, I believe we have little room for doubt. The capital, huh? That's a long way away. It is. Once we're over Lett Bridge, we'll have to cross the Danog Desert. What do you say, Mick? You can stay here if you want. We can have one of the wardens look after him. I'll go with you. Are you sure? Sooner or later, we'll end up facing Malos. It's a dangerous road that lies before us. I'm going with you. Mikhail. What should we do? Thinking about it now, there is no guarantee that staying here would assure his safety. He may in fact be safer in our company, is that not so? Shall we let him come with us then? Talk about twisting a person's arm. Fine, we're all going to the capital. Are you sure this is what you want, Mikhail? Hugo, I have a proposal for you. Oh, yes? I've been thinking, after the sparring match with Flora yesterday, wouldn't we also make better use of our skills if we passed our weapons around the way she does? How about it? Want to give it a go? Perhaps it's worth a try. Flora has access to both Jin and Hayes' weapons when fighting. It's sure to open up her options in battle. I do think it would be wise for us to learn from her, especially given our coming battle with the Aegis. So we're agreed. Mithra, I'd like to try using your sword. Mind if I borrow it? It's all yours. I doubt you're gonna do as well as those three, though. Strangely humble of you. That's not what I meant. Actually, forget what I said. We're gonna knock this out of the park. Now that's more like it. Bridget, Aegeon, you may not be so convinced at first, but give it time and we will surely reap the rewards. As you wish, Your Majesty. I would never question your authority, Your Majesty. Thank you. I am blessed to have such faithful attendants. Let's make tracks, people. We'll be right with you. Onwards, then, to the capital. Well, we've got our objective now. I think I'll switch to Hayes, because I like her and her driver combo potential. And we can head to the capital now. Since Lett Bridge has been restored, there's nothing in our way. Although, while we're here... Oh, shoot, get out of my way. There are a few things I want to do.
Confidence leads to carelessness.
But that's war for you, I suppose.
Anyway, I forgot. I was going to update my driver affinity chart, because I can get quick fire combo
This is how
now,
I'll protect you all.
as well as, arts relay.
Grant me the wisdom to lead ever better.
And that's quite helpful. Next I want initiative on Hugo.
Grant me the wisdom to lead ever better.
I want first strike on Adam, so I'll grab
More to add
small
to my
trouble.
repertoire.
And I want miles ahead for Laura. So
Must
I'll
have
grab
improved.
Mountain Aesthetic. And with that done, I believe up here? Yes, there's a treasure trove at the far end of this arc thing.
You're coming with me,
There's
treasure.
a clear structure
and
to this
I
line.
can't open it.
Slow and steady.
Don't worry. Failure paves the way to success.
Well, in that case, we're actually near where we need to be to use those slate pieces we've found. I think we got 3 or so of them, and up there you can see a malign
Spawning for a fight.
away, don't mind me.
Happy to oblige.
My friend!
Oh, dude, this guy's level 30. I might not be able to win this. Oh god.
Leaving not foot in it. Retreat. Haven't I?
Oh, Slate X. I actually need to fight these before the bridge gets finished. Well, I might as well do that now. Alright, this time I'm going to try to not aggro the Brogs. I've got the Cinnabar slate piece. And just over here, we've got the ancient
Good
seal
stuff.
of Aletta in
One
the
of my
Cavern
favorite
of
parts of
Seal.
adventuring.
It wants a bunch of slate pieces. I believe there's 13 of these. Okay, that's a lot more than 13. Well, the number's on screen. It probably was on screen before. And just because we didn't get all of them doesn't mean we can't unlock the way forward. We've already gotten into a deeper part of this cave, and we can find a nice treasure trove
is
here.
killing me.
It's got physical defense up 2 and a metal knock-on mask, which is pretty useless.
This is becoming addictive.
But those are powerful things for this early in the game, as well as a nice, shiny collection point. And there's even more treasure troves and even more important things as we get further into the cave. This is very worth your time. Getting all the slate pieces is one of the most worthwhile things to do in Torna. It is so important. Whenever you see a red item orb, go grab it. They are just that useful, seriously. But with that done, let's finally head for Lett Bridge and make our way towards the capital. And I'll try not to get aggroed by any enemies on my way. And let's just climb up here.
We made it. Good stuff.
One of my favorite parts of adventuring.
And we've even got another slate piece just lying there, waiting for us.
This is becoming addictive.
Fairly tough enemies here, but you should be fine to just go around them. I can't remember if I mentioned this, but you do really want to fight Nest.
These guys
Nest
should be
extract is incredibly useful,
exercise.
and it is
Let's
very
finish
much
up.
worth your
minds
time.
at ease. No serious injuries, thankfully.
Anyway, let's just keep heading up Olnard's trail.
A Slithe Jagron. What's a Lecterian monster doing here?
Worry about that later. Come on!
We've got a Jagron to deal
Caution
with.
will
It's a
win the day.
monster that isn't native to Torna.
You saved me.
So what's it doing here? Great question. Maybe we'll find out later. And maybe it'll resist all my break attempts. Holy crap!
No more running amok. Shall I finish them? A stout. Gotcha.
You might have seen Jin show up when I used that level 3 special. If you have max affinity when you use a level 3 special, The non-equipped blade as well as the equipped blade will both use a special. The equipped blade will use a level 2 special, and the non-equipped blade will use a level 1 special. And why don't we show off Hayes' level 4 special?
Spirits of the air, bend to my will. Starlight strike!
Don't you know my preparation? Then I intend. Break the game.
If you use a level 4 special, it'll take the element of the player in front.
Is it over? Milton! Minoth!
You were always slow to finish a job, my prince.
I thought I told you to stop calling me that.
A blade?
He's Minoth, Questor of Malthus's blade.
Malthus's?
He's one of the Questors in Indol. And Malos's driver.
Everyone, lend me your strength.
Contributing to a blade combo will cause element orbs to start orbiting the enemy. You can destroy them and inflict other special effects by using a chain attack. Press plus when your party gauge is all 3 bars full to launch an attack sequence where teams take turn hitting the foe and an element orb with specials. When an orb is hit 3 times, it'll be destroyed. A special of the opposite element to an orb will count for 2 hits. The last part is key. Here, have a free element orb and party gauge refill. Now all you gotta do is press plus, trigger a chain attack, and watch the sparks fly. Now that we've got 6 blades in the party, we can finally use chain attacks. I'll just hit that with Minoth because it's a light orb and he's a dark blade.
This is far from over.
Next up, I want to use Laura to hit the water blade.
Magnificent.
And then I can use Bridget to break the water blade.
Luck has run out.
Magnificent. Elemental burst.
Destroying an orb has a lot of nice effects. It extends the chain attack, raises the damage bonus, fills up the full burst gauge that replaces your party gauge during chain attacks, and recharges used characters. If someone doesn't have blade switch, you can use their blades anyway. If they're toppled, they'll get back up for the chain attack. Normally in a chain attack, each team will act once, and that's it, but if you manage to destroy an element orb, the attack will be extended by an extra round. If you succeed the button challenge that appears when the round is extended, the specials you use will get a level up and be recharged, so be ready for it.
It's not over. Not by a long shot.
Mithra wants to use chain attack. When you launch a chain attack, the party gauge will be replaced with a full burst gauge for the duration. With each element orb you destroy, the full burst gauge will fill up just a little. If you fill it completely, a full burst will trigger, dealing massive damage. Additionally, if you defeat an enemy during the chain attack, overkill will begin. Dealing more damage during overkill nets you more XP, weapon points, and SP. Anyway, Mithra wants to use specials during chain attacks, so I'll switch to her.
Take over.
Come on!
Elemental burst.
This is far from
Next up,
over.
I can use Jin to deal extra
I need
damage
to
with
hold
wind
my
orbs.
Magnificent.
Don't expect to recover
And
from
finally, I think I'll keep using Bridget because I like her.
Elemental burst.
No mercy!
Magnificent.
Keep using Mithra to further our affinity chart.
Great. Obstinate thing. Away.
Ice Revolution.
Excellent.
I'm not about to defeat this thing, unfortunately.
I shall
Cure
leave it
again.
in
Shall
your
I
capable
finish
hands, Leon.
Excellent. Chain attack, finish.
In chain attacks, the most important element is water, because Yin and Laura... Laura and Brigid both are Fire Blades, meaning they'll deal extra damage to the Elementor.
Ready to go if I must.
Minoth has a break effect on his thing, although I didn't actually get it. Someone else got it for him, though. He's got an HP down evasion art, which is excellent, with a high HP up art, which is not the best. Dulio doubles arc stamp. No, well, I guess I'm not explaining that
I will grow
yet.
stronger still.
You've got an interesting way of fighting. You are?
Laura, that's Jin. And she is Hayes.
Pleased to meet you.
Jin? You don't mean from Torna? But 17 years ago, wasn't he?
Minoth, not a word to anyone.
Sounds like a good story is all I'm saying.
You want to hear?
Another time.
That was close. Thanks, Minoth. You're very capable, even on your own.
Well, maybe I should thank him. Or not?
Your core looks kind of different.
Well, I'm a flesh eater.
A flesh eater?
A being with human and blade cells. Made possible with Judician technology. That's how I can use my full strength anywhere, without my driver. But I'm pretty sure I'm a failed experiment, so to speak.
I never knew blades like that existed.
Flesh eaters.
What of Amalthus? Isn't he coming?
Nah. I just heard rumors that you guys had entered Torna. I used my own initiative.
Ah.
It's been 2 years since I saw him last.
Huh?
I arrived too late.
Is that right? Was that their child? That soldier? Wasn't that the one from...
Such a cruel world we live in.
Huh.
An end all, there are a great many paintings depicting all manner of hells. But I think real hell might be closer to something like this.
Amalthus, you can't.
I had hoped once that the architect might save us all.
Since then, I haven't seen him. I heard he went climbing up the World Tree not long after, and brought divine revelations back with him.
You mean...
The Aegis. Malos.
But what kind of revelation is this? What kind of salvation? Could anyone call this salvation? His hope caused this, or his despair.
Despair?
How about you, then? You're from the same stock?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just following this guy since he woke me up, and that's basically it. I have no particular interest in this world or its future.
And Malus himself?
His thoughts, I'm especially uninterested in. We've never even met.
Please, don't mistake her. Despite the attitude, she's a good kid.
The hell is with that tone? Where do you get off acting all parental?
Oh, come on. I woke you up. I make sure you get enough to eat.
What?
Cloud sea crab sticks are tasty, aren't they? You're very welcome. Although I don't think I'd have managed to eat 6 myself.
What? You counted?
I don't know where you put all that.
I'm the Aegis. I need all the fuel I can get. Hey!
You are too easy to sneak up on. Where are my extra rations?
You little...
The Aegis, bested by a little kid.
Milton! Get back here!
You know, if the architect really does exist, I'd quite like to meet him. Salvation, huh?
Well, we've got Minoth in the party now. Amalthus's first blade?
Your sword-swapping fighting style. It's very interesting, you know.
It's still quite rough, though. I'm a bit lacking in oomph. It'll take me a while to get it down properly.
See, I wasn't actually talking about the power or technique.
Oh? What then?
That connection you have. Human and blade. It's like a bond of sorts. I just found it curious.
An actual... bond?
It's like that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know.
It does make sense. Lady Laura is always with Jin. And you almost never find time to practice with me. It's like he's her favorite.
Come on, don't say that. I'm an equal opportunities driver.
Liar!
You're both my partners and very dear to me. There's no favoritism, swear.
Are you really sure about that?
I think Hayes is a bit jealous. I have been with you longer, after all.
You think? All right, then. Starting tomorrow, Hayes gets to take the lead. Good?
Wonderful!
You don't mind?
It's all right by me.
Do you remember? The last time we paid a visit to Indol?
What did you think?
You mean about him? Let's see. In a word, he seemed very human, protecting his heart with a mask of lies.
Are you curious what's behind it?
Not really. Most humans are like that, aren't they?
Cutting to the chase, I see. But I hear his achievements in Indol have been quite grand. The refugee protection policies from last year are his work as well.
So a hypocrite, then. Isn't that what you call the type?
Quite. I hope that's all he is.
He smiled. Did you notice?
No?
I think he might actually be enjoying this.
What?
The world in this state.
That's interesting.
You felt something was wrong, didn't you? That's why you brought me.
Don't you think they're worth saving?
If you think they are, you know you'll have my aid.
Even if you disagree?
That's not for the likes of me to decide. It's up to you humans.
Oh, you mean that time? I remember. What about it?
What Minoth said bothered me. I think he was talking about Malos, but his words could just as easily have applied to a Malthus.
I suppose.
What if all of this is what a Malthus... No. What all of humanity really wants?
You don't mean it.
Hey. What are we going to do if we defeat Malos anyway?
You know. Like I told Hugo, go home and work the land. I didn't get to harvest the Grom rice this year.
Well, that might be good enough for you. Some others might not be too pleased with that.
Who is this?
Picked him up during a routine core collection. He was one of yours, right?
As we discussed, I engaged him as a broker of cores, but no more. What a waste of a human being.
That much is hard to deny.
What are you driving at?
Waste and refuse can have their own uses, I think. The project we spoke of before, I think it may be time to set it in motion.
You mean a blade eater?
His strength will grow exponentially. It will dwarf even that of a flesh eater.
And you can control him?
Oh, please. Even if we can't, there's no need to worry. After all, this is just a prototype. Sooner or later, the binding will decay and he will die. I hear he's got some connection to this Paragon of Torna, you see. He'll prove useful either way. Torna, then? He's on your mind, isn't he? Malos.
Not him, but what comes after.
So you're trying to take down Malos? We must. He's already sunk the Quakian Titan. We can't just sit back and let him destroy the whole of Alrest. Of course you can't, but he's the Aegis, man. You can't just go up and try to fight him all on your own. You can when you've got another Aegis in your party. Word. Even still. In any case, our primary goal is to defend Torna and not necessarily bring Malos to a grisly end. Perhaps we can even convince him to end this peaceably. You do that. It'll be a damn sight better than getting yourselves killed for no good reason. Ouch! Minoth here is a blade of a Malthus, just like Malos. I'm sure he knows far better about our chances than what we do. You say he's being realistic? I am being realistic. If it's a Malthus saying the capital is the target, then it has to be true. You still trust him after everything he's done? Whatever he does, it's for his own benefit. You're just pawns in his game. We all are. It does seem better to act upon the information we do have, than move about aimlessly. Alright, so what will you do now, Minoth? Now I join your little traveling troupe. How else am I gonna keep tabs on you? Ha! I suppose so! If you're going to the capital, I assume you're well-equipped for the desert? Well-equipped how? Oh, so you were just going to go in there and collapse from desert fever. Fantastic. Desert fever? An endemic disease caused by fungi. There's no harm to blades, but to humans it can be lethal. Why haven't we heard of this? Ah, that. I forgot. You forgot? You're the Prince of Torna! How did you forget? Dumbass, are you trying to get us killed before we even find Malos? Yeah! Mithra knows what's up! How did you forget, Adam? Let's see to it that doesn't happen, shall we? We'll need enough medicine for Adam, Hugo, Milton, Mikhail, and me. Okay, we'll have to backtrack a bit, but they should have something back at the resistance camp. If we can collect the ingredients, they should be able to make enough antimycotics for all 5 of us humans. What do we need? Tawny carrots and nest extract, I believe. That's why we were collecting nest extract. It is required for the story. We can get the tawny carrots around the Tornan grasslands. And to obtain the nest extract, we shall have to defeat Somelian nests. Okay then, let's get going. And we get the main story
We
quest.
never turn a blind eye to people in need.
I don't need to set that as an active quest. And let's go to the campsite. Since we've got a new party member, we've got new crafting recipes.
Let's polish up the structure.
He just needs memento bark and sticky stick insects. They are found in Gormoth, both of them I believe, and you can make a happy encounter. Unlike most pouch item crafting, These are all found during the main story.
Pretty solid, if I say so myself.
He's just writing stories about our adventure. Oh, hey, I can make the cart compass. Wow, that'll make trust go up quite a bit faster. Normally when you gain trust in battle, you only gain like 5 at a time.
Phew,
so getting 50,
finished.
That's really good. Nothing else that I really need. Milton. What's up, Mick? What happens if you get desert fever? Ah, Master Adam told me. He said, your lungs get infected and you get sick like you had a cold or something. Oh, well, if that's all it is, maybe it's not too much to worry about. Pretty much. But if you're unlucky, it can spread to your skin, joints, bones, and liver and kidneys. And if that happens, you're done. Done? Let's not worry, Mick. I know Prince Adam, and I know he'll get the medicine made for sure. Yeah, okay. Well, we made it to Onward's Trail, maxed out, got all the party members we'll get for the entire game, unlocked chain attacks, and next time, we'll be grabbing that medicine and heading for the Danag Desert. See you guys then.